This room is a disaster. Alright, let's fix it. What is up, beautiful people? Now, people always stop me in the street and they say to me, hey, aren't you? And I say, yes, it's me, Toolz. Thank you so much for tuning into this YouTube video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, T-Squad. And if you want to be a part of the T-Squad, all you got to do is hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel because it's fun and it's free. As you can see, this room is a mess, and what I am going to do right now is to sort things that I want to get rid of and keep and just tidy up this room. It's a mess, and I feel like I can't begin the year with a messy room like this. I've always said that if you live in a pigsty, your life will be a pigsty. And if your environment is tidy, organized, and clean, then your brain and everything in your life will be organized, tidy, and clean. Hence why I am doing this deep clean of my apartment. From the onset, you won't think that it's dirty, and I also have my helper come in every week, but it's really not deep cleaning. And in my mind, I know that there are drawers, there are cupboards, and there's so much stuff that needs to be sorted out, and January feels like the right time to do it. Yes, I know it's corny and it's new year, new me sort of thing, but I don't mind it. And there's nothing wrong in starting afresh in the new year, the Monday of the year, and sorting out and cleaning and getting things right. But this video, I really want to dive into my goals and my manifestations and, what my intentions are for the year. However, I do want to start by getting real and doing a little bit of a retrospection and reflection and just acknowledging things that need to change going forward. It's all very well, putting pictures and, having all these beautiful green juice images like we all do for our mood boards. I call mine a mood board. However, people call them vision boards for the year. But if I really want to make mine work and be accountable for it and make it really attainable so that it services me and it helps me into the future. I remember when I did do a vision board a couple of years ago, I felt like my life was in order. And a lot of those things on the vision board came to fruition. I haven't done it since, so hopefully when I do mine this year, the same thing can happen. What I like to do is put attainable goals and wishes and dreams, and it's not just material things, it's things that I want to achieve in my life, in my career, in my personality, and so much more. So I don't like calling it a vision board. It's just a me thing. I mean, it's the same thing, but for me, I like to call it a mood board because for me, it sets the mood for the year. I was asking a friend what his word of the year is, and I realized for me, my word is implementation. It's not just talking about it and dreaming about it, it's about actually implementing it. So I hope this year for me is all about implementation and doing things that I intend to do. Now, when I talk about retrospection and the things that I want to reflect on from 2024 going forward, a lot of the things I have realized actually over the last couple of weeks and months, and I'm going to share them with you. I have a bad tendency of getting very bad mood swings when I don't feel like something and I am very uppity about it. I won't actually vocalize why I am angry in a healthy way. And this is one of the mood swings, is that I don't articulate exactly how I feel and in a calm, easy way. And the healthy thing is just to communicate to the next person of how I feel. And sometimes you don't actually need to use a lot of words. Sometimes you don't even need to have a reason. You just need to say exactly why you feel a certain way and leave it at that. But I would be passive aggressive at some points. I know this, and I've seen it happen with me, and I sometimes just suck it up if I'm angry with someone or something, and I just let it go. But now onto the second point is I will not let things get to me at the detriment of me, and that is me setting boundaries. There are certain things that I'm not going to tolerate this year, and that's just me putting up boundaries for my peace and my comfort, because that's what matters at the end of the day. I don't believe in lowering myself or making myself smaller just for somebody else's gain. I need to learn how to set boundaries of what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate. I haven't been back to my church in, I think, a couple of years, to be honest with you. I went back to church soon after my mom's passing, and then I stopped going because I was conflicted because I learned that my church was homophobic. But that will be in a podcast episode coming up soon this year. So look out for that episode. But anyways, I think I want to revisit that again in terms of going back to church because of how it made me feel and the routine of it. So yeah, going to church and praying and having a relationship with God again is important, and I think I need to revisit that this year. I know that I've really improved with my punctuality. I used to be really, really bad. However, I know I need to be early. These days, I want to be early and not just 5 minutes late or 2 minutes late. I want to be the person that is on time, and that is just putting the systems, and because I can do it, I know I can do it, and just not procrastinating things and sticking to time. I find it unbelievably rude when people are late. I think it's beyond rude. No matter what the excuse is, you know that there's a time set. It's when you're late, you're rude. There's no ifs and buts about it. There's no excuses about it. It's rude. So that's something that I want to work on and make sure that I am punctual. I used to spend a lot of time with my dad, especially obviously after my mom passed away. And I do see him weekly, especially when my help is in my apartment tidying up my space. And maybe that could be my weekly visit to go see him, because I just want my helper to be in my space cleaning so I'm not in her way. So I go to my dad's house. And when I spend time with my dad, it shouldn't just me being there just because my helper's there, but it should be an active thing where we can do something together and spend time together. And I think it should be our thing that we spend time together every Sunday together. So that's something I really want to work on. My dad also has a juicer. So it's like a very expensive juicer. So juicing is something that I really want to get into, and I'll talk about it later on in this video. I really, really, really love spending time with my friends, and I used to be the person that would always get us together, especially for dinners or getting us together for anything, movies. And I think we've lost that a little bit. Maybe we lost our footing after Miss COVID. But I think getting back into the swing of things, and it doesn't need to always be a restaurant. It can be a great activity. I used to always get the gays together for bowling or, something that's fun. I want to get into paddle with my friends, or, just doing a fun activity. And hiking. I used to hike quite a bit. So I want to get back into that and make sure that, I spend time with my friends and we're doing an activity that is fun. This also goes back to the dopamine menu that I spoke about in a previous vlog late last year. I'll link it down below and you can watch it there. It's about creating a dopamine menu. If you don't know what it is, I explain and go through it in that vlog. I am very unfit and I need to get on my Zoom and get better at going to the gym. I do acknowledge that I started doing a lot of Pilates last year and I really enjoyed it. I was going twice a week and it was fun and it was within my routine, and I do like doing group activities. And one of the group activities I also enjoy doing is spinning and switch. And to lose a lot of weight, which I need to do, those two activities will help me immensely. So if I can go to switch once a week and do Pilates twice a week and spinning on Mondays, then I am good to go. And those would be group activities that I would do in the week. And then the other times I would be solo training on the treadmill or doing weight training. I went on a couple of walks and not enough walks last year. And I do find myself that very happy once I go for a walk, put a podcast on, and just get fresh air. I need to get into a rhythm of doing that and enjoying it because I enjoy it so much. I really need to get into putting that into my routine. It's all very well exercising and doing all these walks and going to switch and spinning, etc. But the most important thing is to eat healthy. And I want to create a great eating plan. Yes, I know it's corny. Everyone does this at the beginning of the year and then we fall off. But I want to do an attainable eating plan where, I don't fall off towards mid-month or, at the end of the first quarter. Because we will be re-looking at this within the next quarter. And just make sure that it's fun, it's healthy, it's easy to make, because me and cooking. Hate cooking. But if I can get into a system of food and juicing that works well with me, then I'll be okay. I'll be very, very happy with that. I took myself off the dating apps in March and I have not missed them at all. If I was to say that, it was a mental health thing, no, I don't think so. It was just a thing of boredom. And also, I wasn't getting anywhere with those apps. So, Grindr and Scruff, those were hookup apps. Tinder, there were more dating, but we all know how that ends. Although a friend of mine said to me today I should try Hinge. So maybe I will try Hinge and see how that goes. Because I'm at the stage of my life where I know what I want. I will not settle for anything less. And yeah, I'm in the mood to date. I could go on dates with people, even if it's for the plot. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going on dates and seeing people and seeing how that goes. So dating is definitely on the cards, and that also means me actively dating and putting myself out there. But the question is, how do I find these people? If I'm not on the apps, how am I going to find other gay men? So that is also another topic that I need to discuss and get into in a podcast episode. And we'll see how we can get there. I'll be very honest with you. I am bad with my cash flow. My cash flow situation is a mess. I just need to get into the discipline of, saving and spending wisely. I remember my mother was very much a stickler for teaching us of how to save, and also, things that you should prioritize. And also my dad, he is very good with that. So I just need to get back into those disciplines and those principles so that, that I don't have an issue with cash flow. With regards to my business, I'm a bit of a crossroads when it comes to the PR, because I feel that PR has changed so much, but I really want to do fun, amazing, out-of-the-box projects with clients and do amazing things. But that also means me pitching more. Less bitching, more pitching. That's what I always used to say in my business, is less bitching, more pitching. And that is pitching to people that will listen, people that will believe in your ideas, and just thinking out of the side of the box. So that is something that I really want to do in 2025. The other side projects that I want to do, besides of brand ambassadors, is do things with smaller communities. Maybe it is not just influencer stuff, but it would be with my community, online community, or maybe the LGBTQIA plus community, or affluent black women, just communities to bring them together that are like-minded and that are impactful, that just lift everyone up, regardless of what demographic you are, but just to pull people together and, just have that sense of community. I think, with the rise of run clubs and, things that are people doing outside, without being indoors and just being behind a laptop or a screen, people are craving to do things as a community outside with other people. So that is projects that I want to work on with whatever demographic it may be. When it comes to my digital platforms, I want to be consistent on all. I'm getting into a rhythm, which is important. But I think it's about just getting systems in place and implementing them. And I've got a rhythm with my vlogs. I've got a rhythm with the YouTube, which I'm so happy about. I want to get double the amount of videos that I put out last year. Last year, I only put out 44 videos, where I was hoping that I would do at least one a week. So this year, I'm aiming to do at least two videos a week that you'll get, and see how that goes. And with the systems that I've got in place, it's doable. As I said in the beginning of this video, is that we'll reevaluate this in the next quarter. And it's not just the start of the year we're going to talk about this and it's going to be over and done with. No, we're going to reevaluate all of this that we've spoken about today in the next 3 months or so. I do want to put out more organic content and content that reflects me. I have found, when I scroll, especially my content, that I don't want to see sponsored posts all the time. I do want to be a creator that you can come to, that feels like a friend, because it's very few and very far between that I'm going to tell my friend about a product that I love. You know what I mean? So I do want my presence online to feel like a friend, to feel comforting, to feel like it's a consistent and a great relationship. That's what I want my content to feel like. I want to be the friend that I wish I had growing up. and I want people to resonate with that. Yeah, you see, I love, for me, like, for instance, I have a couple of creators that I love watching and consuming their content. I wait and I get excited for every single time they post, and I'm excited to see what they're doing. And I want to be that for other people. So we'll see if we can, do that this year. As I said, the word for the year for me is definitely implementing, and that takes a lot of planning. So there are a lot of projects that I want to do, and as you know, I'm a man of systems and I have lots of ambitions for live broadcasts, for some YouTube series that I want to do, the vlog series that I want to do. So it just means me planning properly and then implementing them as we go along. Now, on to the fun part of the year. I really love traveling. Traveling for me is one of the things that I love the most. Last year I went to London, which was just invigorating, and I really enjoyed that. Yes, I know I have not put out the London content. You will get it this year, and you're still missing Toolz in the City from New York. Yes, from 2 years ago. This content's still there, so it just needs to be edited. Now that I have a proper computer, I can do it. Anyways, I digress. When I talk about traveling, I see myself this year going on a solocation. I don't know where. I haven't decided as to where, but I really want to just go on a solocation. The last time I went on a solocation was to Dubai, and that was years and years and years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember when I went. And I haven't done that in a long time. So that is definitely on the cards. I also planned a friendcation to Paternoster about 2 years ago, which was absolutely amazing. I really, 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 really loved Paternoster with just 2 other couples, and it was just so amazing. There is a vlog. I will link it down below so you can watch it after this. And we had such a great time. And yeah, I do want to plan another trip, maybe not to Paternoster, but somewhere else where it will be beautiful, just relaxing, and just quality time with friends. And because my sister was here last year, we alternate. So the next year we go, being this year, we go see them, whether it's in Europe or whether it's in America, that we will decide. So that is a conversation that I'll need to have with my father and see where we are going to travel. My dad does have an idea to go on a train ride somewhere in Europe, but I don't know. That is a conversation that I'll need to have with him and see if it's this year or next year in 2026. I do want to learn a new skill in terms of just something fun, like to enhance my hobbies. Editing for me is one of my favorite things to do, even though it's a tedious process when it comes to the vlogs, but I really enjoy editing and finding new tricks and skills within Final Cut Pro and whatever the case may be. So I'm really pushing myself every single time I edit and I vlog and finding new ways to shoot. So I always am improving. I'm a work in progress, and I always love to learn. So learning a new skill, whether it's editing or in the realm of that or photography, I don't know. So I will assess that and see what's something that would be fun to do and learn. But in terms of short-term goals of what I want to achieve right now is definitely deep cleaning each space in my apartment. Everything from small drawers where there's everything and just a mess, where you just chuck something and then it goes to an abyss somewhere. I need to clean all of those spaces up, and I feel that will be very therapeutic for me, as I'm doing right now, as you can see, and just get my apartment in order. The moment that I have done that, then I know I will be on the right path to having my mind cleared and everything else cleared. And I encourage you to do that because it really helps me, and I'm sure it would help you going that. So that's one thing. I also feel like I need to start time blocking things and getting certain tasks done within a dedicated period of time. Like right now, as I'm recording this, I've put the focus mode on my phone so that I don't have any disturbances without the notifications coming in while I'm recording this, so I don't get distracted. Like, I feel like I have a little mild case of ADHD, but that's for another story. But when I'm focused and I'm doing that time blocked task, then I get that done. And I feel that even like something with editing, that when I do that, then I get it done. When I'm on my emails and I dedicate a certain time frame to do emails, respond back, then I feel like I'm getting it done. And it's purely dedicated and you're not being distracted with other things. It really helps me a lot. As I said, the juicing and the clean eating, so that is short-term goals that I'm going to be definitely doing. And then also the spinning and switch are definitely things that I will be doing and implementing now, so that you'll definitely be seeing all of that in the upcoming vlogs. And then one of the projects that I want to complete, whether it's Toolz Taco Tuesday or it is Toolz Live that I want to do, or the podcast Toolz Talks, or another podcast that is also in the works I'm super excited about. I want one of those to be already, in the pipeline, getting edited or launched or something. There needs to be processes already happening. I know that I've already started filming episodes for the podcast Toolz Talks, but yeah, it just needs to get done so that I can feel that I've accomplished something. So those short-term goals, we will revisit them in the next couple of months and see where we're at. And yeah, I hope you can find inspiration in this video to also get your little space together and get your goals together. And I do believe that it's not just about putting beautiful pictures on a vision board on your phone, etc. That's all very well. That's all great. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, but I also feel like we have to be accountable and we have to get goals that we can attain and get to. So they can't fall off mid-year. So that if we do a check-in and we see where are we with this vision board, we shouldn't feel despondent that we haven't achieved it. We should say, okay, let's reposition it, rethink this. Speaking of the other thing that I'm also doing is a little bit of a rebrand, but the members will know all about that. So if you're on my membership, you will know all about my rebrand. Okay, I am done with my deep cleaning of my spare bedroom and just the one drawer. I feel that when I start, I don't want to stop and I want to now do the whole apartment. So, but all in time, all in baby steps. What I did was, just take all the accumulated stuff that I've been hoarding. I've been holding onto stuff that I haven't even touched in many years. And I've disposed of a lot of things, but I've also taken some things that I might be giving away, and also just held back on a few items that I will be needing in the future, necessities. But there are so many things that have such sentimental value, but I need to learn to just give them away and let go of them, and they've served me their purpose. And yes, it's a memory that I'll always cherish and remember, but it's time to start new memories and make new memories with new items. The most important things are the connections that you have and the memories that you have, not the material things. But anyways, that's a story for another day. I hope this inspires you to either do your deep clean or also to set intentions, goals, whatever you want to call it, even to do your vision board for this year. I want to wish you all the best for the year because I think it's going to be amazing for both you and I. So with that being said, the emoji for getting this far in the video is going to be some fireworks because New Year. So comment down below so that I know that you've reached this far in the video. Oh, before you go, remember in this video, I said that I'm going to be going on dates and trying to find a potential partner. So I downloaded Hinge, but you can find out all about that and more in this blog over here. I'll see you there. Until then, good night. God bless. Goodbye.